This year, we are so proud to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the first Black Action Movement, a powerful, moving, and impactful movement that brought us many of the resources we have. Resources such as the Comprehensive Studies Program, the Department of Afro-American and African Studies, Multi-Ethnic Student Affairs, the Office of Academic Multicultural Initiatives, and the Trotter Multicultural Center, which is now located on South State Street, can be credited towards the perseverance of the Black students and allies who participated in the first Black Action Movement. We were able to interview some of our amazing students to get their opinions on the 50th anniversary of the Black Action Movement.
I really appreciate the work that our people has done on this campus.
We had the odds against us and we still fought for what we wanted and what we knew that we deserved.
I felt like it was the foundation. I felt like we couldn't just rely on that one movement. We really had to, I would say, continue the hard work, continue pushing and fighting. What we did was great. We're not going to say that it was a waste of time. It was really important. However, we had to keep on building upon that. So I felt like we were in a good foundation for that.
Even though I have not been a part of any boycotts or any campaigns, I would love to be in the future because the rights of Black students matters, and I really am passionate on equality of the racial demographics at the University of Michigan, and there needs to be a change with that. And I would be so proud to hold up a sign saying racial equality matters at UM.
Students answer questions discussing how they feel about the overwhelming amount of Black history here at campus.
The amount of history that this institution has with Black history and activism is phenomenal. Like, I feel like we shouldn't even leave it unnoticed, and we need to celebrate.
I'm not surprised at all because a lot of the things and resources that we have in America in general would not be here if not for Black students, Black families, and Black people in general.
I brought many of other future generation students to come on campus, including me, so I really do appreciate it. And of course, there's the new charter in itself being here in this place. It was brought by movements, by Black people, so I really am thankful for it.
Continuing on with Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, just continuing on that legacy of change even at the University of Michigan, meaning PWI. That's really empowering me. It makes me want to do more on this campus.
Well, the activism is very inspiring, and it's just exciting to be part of this making change movement.
We need to take full advantage because those resources would not be here if it wasn't for the previous activism. Those resources were put in place for a reason, and therefore we got to take full advantage of it by participating in those initiatives.
The legacy of those brave Black students will continue to live on through our current Black students today.
Just recognizing their names, call their names out.
Naming them.
It means being comfortable with making other people uncomfortable.
It looks like not giving up on this campus, whether in academics or getting involved. Because if we give up, then we wasted their time. It just looks like, me, a freshman, and continuing on trying to be involved and get involved with the BSU or student government like I'm trying to do. And just making it matter.
Like self-honoring yourself and saying you do deserve more and better than this because you are a student and people have fought for you to have other people standing here.
I hope to continue their legacy by being involved as much as I can, however I feel comfortable. I think everyone has their limits, and if where you belong is behind the scenes or where you belong is in front, then that's where you should be, being involved and seeing where there is a lack of something and you could help out.
If anything happens, I would really like to participate in activism. The people who came before me, they were just like me, and if something happened, they fought for what they knew was right.
By moving on to action, by participating and supporting and not just looking at it and say, okay, they're doing their job and then I can just live my life. Yes, that's good and all, but also I have a voice too as a Black student on campus, and I'm able to take in what they have started and actually continue this process.
Embrace other Black students as well so that we can form our safe space together at the university.
Honoring them has a lot to do with saying their names and their contribution that they had to our society in general. Trotter does a lot with the pictures that we have up to honor things that have happened in the past and movements and efforts that Black people have done.
Let's celebrate them by bringing them back to campus and really learning how do they do things and how can we build upon that for our generation and those generations to come. We are the millennials, we are the new generation, but we also have to respect the previous generation for all the hard work they have done. So I feel like it's worth celebrating, it's worth recognizing them and just really appreciating that the foundation that they bought is going to be our work and our duty to keep on pushing.
I've been able to celebrate my identity here at the University of Michigan by surrounding myself with Black people on top of Black people on top of Black people, being involved in different organizations that have people of color from all walks of life.
By participating in organizations like Black Student Union, by being able to communicate and being with the community that is of my people, that is of my racial demographic. Like, that in itself is amazing to me.
The way to be able to celebrate it is through events, through the Black organizations. So I feel like that's the space I feel most comfortable in expressing myself. Here, I feel like I'm able to literally just be myself and comfortable.
I like to be in Trotter. I think it's really great that they have images of the protests on the walls in the Sankofa Lounge.
For me, I went natural about almost 2 months ago. So that was kind of a way for me to start celebrating my hair. I want to love my hair. And I think that one of the great things about UMich is that you see so many people loving their hair. And that is so important. So I just want to love my hair too.
The ways that I celebrate my identity is just standing powerful, standing confident, just staying true to myself.
I think it's really important just to be unapologetically Black. There's a quote. It says, "I am not tragically colored," and that's something that I really, really try to live by. I try to look at the good things about being Black, and I try to celebrate those things. Like, we have a beautiful culture that all types of people try to emulate, and I think it's important that we recognize that and that we celebrate that.
The first Black Action Movement is just one of many ways Black students have voiced our opinion and essentially fought for what we so rightfully deserve, to feel as though we actually belong on this campus. Black students here at the University of Michigan have always found ways to persevere and make the best, even out of the worst situations. We do not let our trials and tribulations hold us back. We are continuing to thrive, innovate, and motivate. We have come so far, and today we strive to continue our progress for many generations to come.